You're out here being a whole thief. There are genuine good men out there. You might want to go back to him for a little, do what you gotta do. Yo. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I put something on my Instagram that basically was like a question and answer box asking people to talk to me about their most toxic friendships or relationships. My plan was to just talk about it on my Instagram stories, but there were so many that I was like, you know what's this? I'm gonna make a YouTube video about it and we're gonna discuss toxic as fuck situations and how to exit them. A little bit of self-love, a little bit of self-valuation and whatnot, but generically speaking, this is just like a chit-chat, casual conversation. I just feel like in life, us as humans just tolerate so much fuckeries and it needs to just not be a thing. Let me tell you, some of them were just like generic in terms of me and my ex used to argue, or like my ex cheated on me, and the fact that those are counted or classified as generic says a lot as is, because that is in no way, shape or form a generic situation, and it shouldn't be something that we're so used to happening that it doesn't seem extreme. But when I tell you that some of these responses were wild as fuck, when I tell you that some of the things people have been through, like all we can do is pray. Like, let's just collectively take a moment of like just spiritual healing and some prayer, because sis, some of the shit that was going down was actually disrespectful as fuck. Okay, right, this is like a summarized version because obviously the boxes on here are quite small, so these are like summarized versions, but we will unpack this shit. My friend tried to get my boyfriend to cheat on me with his ex. Yo, can you imagine your friend encouraging your man to go back to his ex? That's not your friend. I feel like people in today's society use the term friend way too loosely. Like, I feel like this whole concept of friend, like, you're not my friend. I cannot call you my friend if you were out here behind my back encouraging my boyfriend to cheat on me with their ex. Like, I'm a strong believer in exes are exes for a reason. I mean, granted, you might want to go back to him for a little do what you gotta do, whatnot, but other than that, like, you are my ex. Unless we're about to move forward and get married, you are staying in that position. Hold the L, because it's an L. Stay in that position. That's the end of the conversation. Me and this chick were just kicking it and I wanted to get serious with her. Turns out she had a boyfriend the whole time. I don't understand people that can just entertain multiple people at once. Like, but even beyond entertaining, like, you have a whole man. You're out here making your man look like a twat because you're laying in bed with another man. Don't embarrass him like that. Like, there are genuine good men out there. Like, it's not every day that girls get cheated on, men get cheated on too. And when we have some real men, why do you feel the need to go out there and cheat? Why are you embarrassing him like that? Don't do that. That's disrespectful. Someone said, I hate those toxic friends who never want you to win and they'll victimize themselves in every situation, even if they've provoked/caused it. I hate that. It's like the biggest toxic environment and the biggest red flag if your friend fakes being happy for your successes and your accomplishments and your celebrations. Like, you know, there's friends that sit there going, cheers, and you know they're not happy. Like, that's disrespectful as fuck. Like, that is one of the most toxic environments, because typically they're a friend that you consider to be a best friend or someone that's like a sister or a brother to you. So when they are like actually faking the support, like, something's gotta go. Like, this is just not adding up to me, and I think it's absolute nonsense. I like this one. They made a group chat to talk trash about people. So they always talked about their best friends or friends behind their back. They called me and another girl a slut, they called me a bitch, and then acted normal to our face the next few days. And then the chats got leaked and we found out, and they even had the audacity to say it wasn't them. Maybe next time they just shouldn't have got caught. Shouldn't have got caught. First of all, if you're talking shit, you're either getting cancelled, and I mean, like, you are cut out of my life so fast with literal immediate effect. We are just done. Like, what do you mean, like, get caught? It shouldn't have been happening in the first place. Like, when I hear shit like this and I think of the toxic environment that is, I cannot stand someone that's gonna smile in your face and talk shit behind your back. Best believe if I've got something to say, I'm saying it to your face. The last person I was in a relationship with told me where I could and couldn't go, what I was and wasn't allowed to wear. I'm so grateful that you said last relationship, because that means you've exited it, because honey, you need to understand that you are a whole goddess, a whole queen. Never let any man tell you what you can and can't do. Like, compromise, I understand, but that controlling nature gets to go. That controlling shit, you've got to go. Like, I just wish people out here would just hold themselves to so much of a higher value and high regard to understand who and what they deserve, and that they deserve nothing but a red carpet and their feet to be kissed for the rest of their lives. Do you know what I mean? Right, this one's a long one. So I was best friends with this girl and we were having a girly weekend, but my boyfriend came over and surprised me as we were in the same friendship circle. However, my best friend at the time lied to her mum and said we were going to a party, but I didn't know, and she asked me to go with her or else her mum wouldn't have allowed her to go. And I said that I wanted to see my boyfriend and spend time with her. Long story short, we went to this party, in inverted commas. Turns out she was meeting a man and at a hotel for a dick appointment, and I was left with his friends. He wouldn't leave me alone, and I told him that I had a man and he kept trying to touch me. He was trying to make me sleep with him, so I got up and banged the door of my friend and said, if we don't leave now, I'm going back by myself and I'm telling her mum everything. So in the end we left, and I said, you nearly got me raped just for a dick appointment. 2 years later, we still don't speak, but I've heard from a close friend of mine that she then got chlamydia. I just feel like this is just a whirlwind of emotions. First of all, the chlamydia side of things, actually sad, actually a shame. Hoping that she's well healed and that it doesn't affect her long term and that she's still able to have children, because I know sometimes the longer you have it, it can make you infertile. But on the note of the fact that she damn near put you in a position of potentially being raped for dick, like, honey, I'm very glad that 2 years on you no longer speak. And I feel like there's more toxic relationships within friendships than there actually are within actual relationships sometimes. Like, it's actually the smallest of things. Like, you left your whole man to go to a party that didn't exist because she lied to her mum. Like, the whole thing is just a mess. I've most definitely been in the situation before where a friend of mine during secondary school most definitely was down for sleeping with most men, and I definitely had taken one for the team and had to deal with the friend. I definitely ran downstairs in the house and locked myself in the bathroom because her friend was definitely trying to come on to me, was trying to take my underwear down and put me in a position of just like, I'm pretty sure if I was to talk to her about it now, she'd probably be like, I didn't even know it happened. But she was on her bed doing her thing and I was on the floor, and I just remember being like, this boy is definitely going to rape me if I don't get the fuck out of here. So these situations need to be left in 2000 and never. Like, they just need to not be happening ever in life. It's actually quite scary, it's actually quite sickening, and it's fucked up. So I'm very glad that you are no longer friends with her, because can you actually imagine? My ex begged me for us to get engaged but never told me that the whole time she cheated on me. Sis said, give me the ring, but I've been fucking someone behind your back. The actual levels of concoctions of lies that must have gone on in her head. Like, do you know the hardest part about keeping up in lie in life is the fact that you've got to keep it up. Like, you have to continuously keep telling lies in order to cover the first lie. Something is definitely wrong. That is not okay. My ex-best friend would tell stupid small lies and steal petty things from me and then deny it. She's a thief. So not only are you a little toxic liar, you're out here being a whole thief. No, gots to go. Like, stealing, unacceptable behavior. I'm a really, really, really big fan of cutting people off when they tell too many white lies. Like, growing up as a child, I was that person that would just lie to my mum for the sake of it. Like, I was young, my mum would be like, you're going to this house? No. You're going to that house? Yeah. These times I'm not going anywhere of the sort. I'd pretend that I was out with this person to meet up with like my boyfriend at the time when I was 14 or 15 and hold his hand. Like, pathetic little shit. But as a whole adult, those little white lies are just ridiculous. Like, they need to stop. And what people fail to realize is that the smaller things always develop into bigger things, and then that's when friendships and relationships are just at breaking point. Stop motherfucking lying. It's easier to tell the truth because the lies after lies after lies, once you get caught out, no one's going to trust you anyway. So what was it all for? I think I want to do a part 2 to this because honestly, toxic relationships in general are just so fucked up. But the reason I wanted to do this just as like a fun throwaway video is to just remind people out there that it's okay to drop people that you think or you expect more from. Like, it's okay to no longer want to be friends with them. It's okay to no longer want to be in a relationship with them if it's a toxic environment. If something is not good for your mental or emotional health, that's got to go. Like, that is done. That's it. That's ended. There's no more conversations that we need to have about it. They've got to go. And it's actually just that simple. I feel like in a large majority of the time, we will sit there and tolerate things because, I don't know, maybe we feel like we deserve it. Maybe it's karma for something. Maybe we're not good enough, or we're made to feel like we're not good enough, or there's always a justification in people that receive the toxic energies mind, and it's just unacceptable behavior. So just like a quick little PSA at the end. Please love yourselves, and please talk to people that actually make you feel good. Like, it's so crucial to surround yourself with friends and family that do nothing but uplift you and are positive, and you don't feel like you have to walk on eggshells around. Because trust me, when you're walking on eggshells so many times, the amount of times you cut the bottom of your feet, I'm not out here bleeding out on the street for you when you can't even give me any love in return. Like, that shit's not happening. So I just wanted to spread some love and positivity and have a little fun video back. My next video will more than likely be a haul because it's winter and we need some winter tips in this bitch. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.